Hi guys. So a lot of people have been saying that about the intro being long. If you want to skip the intro, there's timestamps in the description. So you can just click on the description box and it will show you the timestamps and it will take you straight to the content. It's like 10 minutes in, just go to the description box and then expand the description box and then you'll be able to go straight to the content if you want to ignore the intro. Okay, thanks for listening.
I don't know, but...
No, you know what you need, Chantal? You need to get your butt out of the Middle East. You need to go back to Canada and you need to start living a life that isn't just a big scam. I mean, this is silly. You're going to be 40 years old. You're out here, I mean, following some 29-year-old thinking that he's going to love you and marry you and make a life with you and whatever. Girl, come on. He laughs at you. He makes fun of you. I mean, why do you think you're over there with him? Because you guys are living it up? I mean, yeah, you really look like you're living it up. You really look like you're happy. What you need to do is you need to go back to Canada. You need to start putting in hard work. And you need to, if a relationship is really what you want, if that's your end game in life, I know it is for some people. If that's really what you want, someone to love you, someone to call you baby, someone to give you affirmations, whatever. I mean, slow steps. I mean, whatever. Get on the dating apps, work on yourself. Get back to a point where you can walk for more than a minute without getting dizzy. I mean, that would, if I were in that place, that would be my #1 priority. Not who's going to call me baby when I put my head down at night. I mean, girl, come on. I mean, you're not going to be able to heal in this environment, let alone thrive. You're talking about energy. You're sitting here telling us how you're about to fall asleep.
So you're getting help. And you want to dunk on Chantel? And that's why I think Shannon and FFG's chemistry is so beautiful, because they're so similar. FFG has to be the hero. That's why she has to always dunk on Chantel with something. Like when she did the thing with BBJ, I stand on this. She did her big one. She did her big one with that one, especially with the way Chantel was running her mouth, talking about FFG's dogs and all. When I saw her pull that off, I said, leave it to Chantel to have me applaud FFG. I was pissed. I was like, oh, this was so good. She trolled the fuck out of you. Oh my God. So, just so we're clear, and you heard it here first. What happened with BBJ? Rescuing BBJ? The BBJ rescue to FFG will be with the 89 LBs are to Amber. You will always hear about it for years to come. Always. That's never going to die. She did her big one. She had to make it public. And for those saying, oh, it was for the money, I think you guys forget, I've said this before, multiple things can be right at once. She did her big one and definitely helped BBJ, because at this point, I think almost anybody's better than Chantel. But yes, of course it was for the money. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have made it public. Of course it was for the money. Are you kidding? The bitch held she shopped for BBJ's collar on stream. She shopped for a cat to get a Gucci collar for a cat. Of course it was for money. But I'm not going to take away the fact that, like, at least she got BBJ. But yes, it was for money. Yes, it was for content. Are you crazy? That is her 89 LBs, bitch. She is never letting that go. That will always be content in some way.
Isms. So, French fried girls should be worried because Chantal was threatening to sue again. Shadowed that she might have returned to Canada to handle some other business, and she would handle that while she was there. I would be terrified if I was French fried girl. So terrified. This is the woman who couldn't even make a vet appointment, and she's going to coordinate a multi-person lawsuit because she felt duped about her cat being given to somebody else. By her to somebody else. But she couldn't tell you who because the selfish bitch wouldn't even walk down the stairs to go say bye. She handed it to Pete's. Again, many reasons we can't follow through with our commitments. So, And Chantal doesn't have much tolerance for distress or discomfort. If something isn't exactly the way she wants to eat it, she's not going to eat it. If it's not the right temperature, she's not going to eat it. So you would think someone as large as her would be much more picky, but or would be much less picky. But actually, some of the more morbidly obese people I know are rather picky about their food. And like other folks who deal with addiction, can get pretty nasty if they don't get what they want. How many people think that they've probably fought about food a couple times already? I'm sure he was fine with her coming over, but she farted out a bunch of promises initially that she was I'm gonna go to the gym and lose weight, and it'll be great, and I'll be going to the beach, and we'll be travel beezing. If you're too fat for a plane, you gotta do something. Because now you can't even get out of there in a hurry if you need to. There's no shame in buying 2 plane seats if you need them, but if you don't like that you need them, or that you're cutting it close to needing them, whose job is it to change the shape of Chantal's body? Yours? Mine? A pill? Some Ozempic? No, it comes down to Chantal and what she chooses to do. At this point, she's had more resources and opportunities and access to treatment over the years that most people don't give a shit how she feels, or that she probably can't handle all of her ADLs maybe on her own, because she was always such a nasty, self-centered person that her discomfort brings people pleasure. We've heard of Schadenfreude. You know, it's the same sort of thing.
So we saw some boats pass by while we were hanging out by the riverside, and decided after we were done hanging out by the river to see if we could find a dock and take a boat ride ourselves. On our way,
it was his hard-earned money to try to buy her food that would support her health. And then either she ordered it without him, or he came to reason of, look, I don't love you so much that $250 isn't worth risking your health to me. So if you really love me, Chantal, really, really love me, you'll go on there, eat yourself half to death, and give me the cash. So, I don't know. And she wants privacy. Okay. And where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? He's out with the boys. Thailand, from what I understand, has a very, very active sex scene. So, I'm sure he'll text you. But at any rate, this week we're going to... But she's sitting there, not a lot of people around, but it was the old eyes darting. Remember the outhouse? Or going for Burger King and then sitting in the parking lot, full face of makeup, looking all over the place to see who's looking and who's watching. She's out proud and doesn't care, but hawks like she's ashamed of what she's engaging in. So when she's sitting there with Sala eating, and there's people, you know, not a lot of people, because they go everywhere when it's closed. She's afraid of people, and they want to be able to film, and they're weird. They're weird. She likes getting attention, but standing out doesn't really, like, I think she probably feels like people are staring, because they are staring. It's a spectacle. She's 4 times the size of a normal woman. So I think people are going to stare. That shouldn't be unexpected. Is it rude? Is it cruel? I don't know. Bottom line, it shouldn't be unexpected. And to act shocked would be kind of stupid as well. You've read about it a little bit and saw it on TikTok. Please look better after yourself. Take better care of yourself. If not you, for your husband that you told us you loved so much. How much do you love him if you're willing to eat yourself to death because it's too difficult to try to get better beyond 36 hours? If you're not a 12-stepper, but the bondage of self. She's so obsessed with meeting her own wants and needs that she, to her inadvertently, steps on people and hurts people in that way. There's another side of Chantal that is a complete sociopath and pretty much doesn't care about feelings, doesn't know how to act. That's why we had the wedding cake and candles, and she erupted like she was going to shit her pants, because she doesn't know what happiness feels like, so she doesn't demonstrate what it looks like. She doesn't know love. She doesn't know any of those feelings. And so with all this spinning in her head, her marriage on the line, her citizenship being up, she goes on a diet.
One, I'm pretty, okay? That has a lot, and I don't mean that to be conceited. I'm being very matter of fact. Being pretty gets you a lot of privilege. I'm just saying, you can get away with a lot if you're pretty. Number one, I'm pretty.
Okay, guys, so this is the trailer for Femme. It's been released in Europe, but it's out. It's a thriller, and I've seen it. It's a fantastic film. It is out in Spain, and it is out in the US on March the 22nd. So here is the trailer.
Bitches are big man, this high heels. Well, you can turn around if you're a fucking man. You're letting them win.
How you want to deal with that?
I think you're a nice looking lad. Where you from? I'm a nice guy. If you disrespect me, fuck you up. I get that. Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, you know. You're a fucking big man. I best remember not to fuck with you then.
Hi guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. So I quickly want to talk about something that Erica said that's been bothering me ever since I heard it. And no guys, it's not the sexting. It's not what you think. It's what Erica said about Jade. So in case you didn't hear it, this is what she said on one of Geordie's lives.
But what do you know about her relationship from last year with Jade / wifey?
Well, oh boy, hold on. I kind of scrambled writing stuff down, so I'll just start from the back page. Apparently, Jade was verbally abusive to her. Hold on, I'm going to list. Jade had pushed her to the floor and then flipped on her because she landed on Jade's clothes basket, and then she claims that she had to pull a knife out of Jade's hand. She choked Jade, she slapped Jade, she tore up Jade's work desk.
Okay. So in terms of anything physical related, let's try to leave that vague. Let's try to say things along the lines of they just got physical.
I don't know how to. I don't do this, so I don't know.
I understand. I understand. I'm just trying to navigate it on the fly right here. So you're completely fine. You're completely fine. So Amberlynn has also kind of disclosed to us that when she was in a relationship with Jade, they had very high highs and very low lows. So when she said something along the lines of them having very low lows, it kind of made my mind go to, were there some incidents? Were there predicaments? Yes. So
yeah, Jade would give her silent treatments and laugh at her while she was crying and things like that. But they did get physical with each other.
Would you say that is the point that that's why they kind of broke up and why it wasn't able to continue?
Well, I think what was told to me was Jade said Amberlynn said she couldn't do this anymore, and Jade looked at her and said, I can't do this anymore. So I guess that's where the mutual breakup had happened. And then I guess that's when she started talking to that other girl. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name. Kind of.
Okay. So, I remember the summer fling of last summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Jade have problems with maybe some types of things that she consumed?
Oh boy. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying the words on here?
Well, just keep it vague. Yes, no. So there were things that were consumed that may have altered the decision-making process of Jade.
Yeah, Amberlynn didn't do any of that stuff though. It was Jade, from what I was told.
Do you know if, was Amberlynn supporting Jade? Was Jade contributing to the bills? Because Amberlynn made it seem like they were a 50-50 kind of relationship, but...
Yeah, from what she told me, yeah, that's the same story.
Oh, okay, so she had a job, she was living there. Do you know anything about the car? Whose car?
That was Jade's.
Oh, okay. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do you have anything to say regarding Becky or Destiny? Things that people might be interested to know.
Well, just okay. So we're done with the Jade subject. Right?
I don't know if there's anything. I'm a little bit worried about potentially saying something that might go along the lines of violence.
Oh,
so
yeah. I won't say that was probably the worst of it. It was the worst of it.
Okay. Was there anything else that stuck out to you about Jade that may have...
Jade was the one that drove her to Oklahoma and helped her get settled, and apparently they got into a fight over the internet, and Jade just stormed out and left her. That's the last I know of them.
Okay.
That's where things were cut ties, and she said she continued to text Jade, stating that she missed her afterwards, and Jade didn't really respond.
Got it. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna address here as far as past relationship goes. I don't think that Becky really wants to be involved with all of this. I was gonna, ask about Becky and stuff like that, but I think maybe it's best that we move on.
So that's what Erica had to say about Jade on Geordie's Live. And I was just kind of disgusted by it, because I think that Erica/Amber is lying. Obviously we don't know Jade personally, but I'm just gonna say I don't think that Jade laid a finger on Amber. I don't. It's funny that Amberlynn has always had this nasty habit of making violent accusations only towards women of colour. For example, Casey. Yes, Casey is now trans. Back then, she was a teenage girl. So, for example, Casey. And it's just weird that out of all of Amber's exes and her side pieces and her married side pieces, that the only two girls and women that were violent have been women of colour. And Erica, I'm not buying it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, as Victor Mildred would say. Amber and Erica know that today, in this climate, that they can point fingers at women of colour and claim that they are violent. And Amber and Erica know that people are instantly going to believe them based on negative stereotypes of women of colour. Even if Jade hasn't laid a finger on her, there are always going to be people in girl world who are going to believe that she did, just because Amber said so. Erica, it's worth noting that Erica was a prison warden for 10 years, mainly dealing with people of colour. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she knows exactly what she's saying. And it annoys me that everybody is just supposed to believe Erica. Erica drags Jade's name through the mud, and we're just supposed to believe her. The same woman that's been lying to her wife for the best part of a year. The same woman that has told her wife that she's going to the grocery shopping when she's buying £500 Legos, for £500 side pieces, and we're just supposed to, she has continually lied to try to keep herself in her wife's good books, and we're just supposed to believe Erica. Why? Erica can't even tell Geordie the real situation because Brittany, her wife, is always breathing down her neck while she's on the phone, and we're supposed to believe what she says, word for word. Erica, the adulterer, the liar, the cheater. We're supposed to believe that Erica is now the pillar of truth and honesty and virtue. Now, Geordie has done a fantastic job with these interviews. So, and yeah, I'm probably going to get some heat for this, but hey, I'm a small channel. When Geordie has done a great job, okay? He's in my intro, he's a great interviewer, and he's handled this really well. But when Geordie got a vibe that tea about Becky may be negative, he completely shut it down and moved on to something else. And I after that, I just thought to myself, why does Becky get that type of thoughtfulness? She gets coddled, she gets that type of protection, and Jade doesn't. Okay, when Erica is spilling Jade's tea and saying all this stuff about holding a knife and it getting violent, Geordie's mouth is wide open, his eyes are wide like he's a kid on Christmas Day, his mouth is agape, he's really enjoying it like he's just won a lottery ticket, you know. But then Erica says that she's got tea on Becky, and Geordie's like, no. You know, let's not do this. I don't think Becky wants to get involved, so we're just going to leave her out of this. So you don't think that Becky wants to get involved, but you think that Jade does. The same Jade that to this day has just showed one leg and one arm in the best part of 2 years. You know, the same woman that has just avoided the internet because she wanted to keep her life private. You know, you think that she wants Erica saying all this stuff online. Like, it's like, why are Becky's feelings taken into consideration but Jade's aren't? Geordie sat on that live and listened to Erica, and I'm going to paraphrase, and Erica basically called Jade a knife-wielding, abusive, sadistic druggie that likes substances, likes watching her girlfriend cry, and doesn't hesitate to get violent. Okay, that was okay for Erica to say on Geordie's platform, but Erica can't talk about the other exes. She can't give tea on Becky, but she can talk about, you know, Jade going Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with a knife. Like, are you serious? So we've got Erica, this compulsive liar that got all this Jade information from Amber, who's also another compulsive liar, and we're just supposed to believe all this Jade information. And I don't. I think it's all bullshit. Erica and Amber are relying on negative stereotypes of women of colour, and the fact that Jade doesn't have a platform to challenge this, and that's why they're able to talk about this so freely and smear her name. You know, this smear campaign that Amber and Erica are cooking up to ruin Jade's reputation is the exact same thing, word for word, that is the exact same thing, near enough, that Amber tried to do to Casey. And this was when Casey was still a teenager, mind you. And the fact that Erica went out of her way to bring up Jade shows you how much of a shitbag this woman really is. Erica and Brittany really do deserve each other, and I have no sympathy at all for either of them. They're both trash. So Jade did everything that she could to try and stay out of the limelight because she didn't want this type of negative attention, and it's really despicable. You know, the fact that she's staying silent and Amber and Erica are still together on this despicable, like, kind of plot to kind of tarnish and ruin Jade's reputation, because Amber is still trying to punish Jade for breaking up with her. And they're both, Erica and Amber are both disgusting, repulsive people, and I don't feel sorry for Erica and Brittany at all. They got what they deserved. Okay, guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments.